Fulton Steamer football is on the air live from Steamer Field on the campus of Fulton High School. It's time now for NUIC football, week 4 of the high school football season, as the Fulton Steamers searching for that first victory of the year. They have a tall task here tonight as they try to take down the second-ranked, unbeaten Stockton Blackhawks. How you doing, everybody? Robert Bertram live from Steamer Field on this night of high school football action here this evening. NUIC style, Fulton and Stockton to do battle here this evening. Some rain clouds around us, and hopefully they stay that way and not produce any rainfall, at least here, so we can get this game in this evening. The Stockton Blackhawks, under the direction of third-year head coach Sean Downey, come in tied for second in the NUIC with a 2-0 mark. Overall, they have a 3-0 record. They've defeated the likes of Benton, Scales Mound, Schulzberg, Lena Winslow, and last week defeated Dakota 48-8. Offensively, Stockton comes in averaging at 44 points per game. Defensively, the Blackhawks giving up an average of just over 7 points per game. The Fulton Steamers, under the direction of 19th-year head coach Patrick Lower, come in tied for 7th in the NUIC at 0-3. The Steamers 0-3 on the season. They've lost to Eastland Pearl City, Dupac, and last week fell on the road at Forreston 36-28. Offensively, Fulton comes in averaging at 23 points per game. Defensively, the Steamers giving up an average of 41 points per game. A couple side notes for the starting lineups for the Steamers here tonight. As we just found out, they will be without the services of starting quarterback, the senior Braden Myers. He is in his jersey, but will not play tonight, so we'll find out who will take over at quarterback tonight. And here is our national anthem. So there you have our national anthem. So we'll see who the Steamers starting quarterback will be tonight. The running back will be Mason Keeble, the senior. The wide receivers, Caden Wilkin, Evan Folk, and Landon Liu. The tackles for the Steamers offensively, senior Wyatt Becker, along with sophomore Jack Holmbo. The guards, Landon Boonstra, the senior, along with Matt Connor, the junior. The center is senior Cody Skipper. That's how the Steamers line up offensively. For the Stockton Blackhawks, they're led by their quarterback Noah Larson, the senior. The fullback will be Mark Detweiler, the senior. Running back will be Carter Blair, a junior, along with the senior Jack Mensendijk. The tight ends will be Morgan Haas, a junior, along with Eli Larson, a senior. The offensive tackles for Stockton will be Oliver McPeak, a senior, and sophomore Weston Haas. The offensive guards will be Jeremiah Luke, the senior, along with Mason Henderson, the sophomore, and the center offensively for the Blackhawks tonight will be 56, Aiden Larson. He is a sophomore. So the Steamers not only playing without their starting quarterback Braden Myers tonight, but also their starting tight end and safety, junior Ben Hausengay. He's out with an ankle injury. And also starting sophomore linebacker Teague Bray is out with a broken wrist. So some developments for the Steamers here this evening. Steamers will receive, defend the north end zone to our left. Stockton kicking off, defending the south end zone to our right. And Eli Larson to boot it away. Here's the kick. And it's fielded at the 25, out across the 30, 35. Nice return out to the 40-yard line by Mason Keeble. And that is where the Steamers will put it in play, 1st and 10. So the Steamers have it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And it will be the freshman D'Angelo Dodd in at starting quarterback for the Steamers tonight, filling in for the injured Braden Myers. Here's Dodd. Wants to throw. Flush to the near side, looking downfield, still looking. He's going to tuck it under and keep it himself. Takes a shot right about the 44-yard line where he's forced out of bounds. And that's going to be good for about 4 yards on the carry by the freshman quarterback, D'Angelo Dodd. So it's 2nd down and 6 for the Steamers. Football from their own 44-yard line. So the Steamers 2nd down and 6. Motion comes to the near side. Dodd back in the pocket to throw. Airs it out over the middle. As a man there, in and out of the hands. And we get the penalty flag coming in. Wilkin, the intended receiver, had it on his hands. And I think the defender got there just a bit early. And it's going to be a pass interference call against the Blackhawks. So it'll be a 15-yard mark-off against Stockton on the pass interference. So the Steamers have it 1st and 10 at the Blackhawk 41. Courtesy of that pass interference against the Blackhawks. So the Steamers looking to the sideline. Again, if you're just joining us, Fulton playing without their starting quarterback, Braden Myers. He injured his knee. So we have the freshman, D'Angelo Dodd, in at quarterback. He'll hand it off, first back through. Mason Keeble breaks the tackle, and he gets with a full head of steam. A Steamer 1st down all the way inside the 30 of the Blackhawks, down to the 28. So Mason Keeble picks up 13 on the carry. 1st and 10 Steamers from the Blackhawk 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Steamers at the Blackhawk 28-yard line. The Steamers take their time getting up to the line of scrimmage. Dodd out of the shotgun. Keeble lone setback. Motion comes to the near side. Handoff is fumbled and fumbled again. It's loose on the field. Who's got it? And let's see. It is incomplete pass. Intended for Jonah Lutz. So brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Steamers from the 28-yard line of the Stockton Blackhawks. As the Steamers face second down and 10. 10:04 to play here in the opening quarter from Steamer Field. And Fulton comes in looking for their first win of the season. Stockton coming in, number 2 team in 1A at 3-0. Hand off to Keeble. Keeble's hit right about the 29, and Keeble's going to lose a yard on the carry. Detweiler on the stop. So brings up a third down now for the Steamers. Heading towards that south end zone. As the Steamers, again, taking their time, looking at the sideline for the call. Dodd under center. Here's a handoff, first back through, that's Keeble. Keeble's going to power it inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line of the Blackhawks. So he's going to get about 6 on the carry. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Steamers, and about 5 yards to go. So it's fourth down at about 5 for the Steamers from the Blackhawk 23. They line up like they're going to go for it. So they look to the sidelines again to get the call. Dodd out of the shotgun. And we're going to get procedure call on the Steamers, false start.
False start against Steamers will be a 5-yard.
So that'll push it back to the Blackhawk 28. Fulton's first penalty of the night. So now brings up fourth down from the Blackhawk 28-yard line. Fourth down for the Steamers. Fourth down and 10. Clock down to 8 minutes here in the opening quarter. And he has to get rid of the ball. Dodd pressured from the far side. Pass is incomplete as the Steamers gamble on fourth down. And Stockton will take over first and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 7:58 to play here in the opening quarter, no score. So we see the Stockton offense for the first time. Quarterback Noah Larson. And this will be Menzendijk, the ball carrier. Penalty flag comes in the backfield. Menzendijk breaks a tackle, 45-40. And he's going to be forced out of bounds on the forward progress inside the Steamer 40, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. And this one's coming back. So we'll see what the call is. And it is a holding call against Stockton. 10-yard mark off against the Blackhawks. Second time they've been penalized here in the opening quarter. So it's first and 20 for the Blackhawks from their own 19-yard line. There, back to the 18.
First and 20 from the 18.
So it's first and 20 Blackhawks from their own 18-yard line. Handoff comes to the near side. Out to about the 25-yard line is Menzendijk. the ball carrier. So Mensendijk gets it out to the 25. He picks up 7. And brings up 2nd and 13 for Stockton. Football from their own 25-yard line. 7:15 and counting here in the opening quarter. No score, Fulton and Stockton. Again, Mensendijk, the ball carrier, right side, breaks a tackle. He's got 35, 40, 45, 50, still down that far sideline before he is forced out of bounds. And let's see where they're going to spot the football. Dodd forcing him out of bounds. It is a Blackhawk first down, a big run down to the Steamer 46. 29-yard run. And a first down for the Blackhawks at the Steamer 46. Handoff comes back near side. Carter Blair, the ball carrier, as he gets it inside the 45. Wilkin on the stop for the Steamers down to the 43.
Gain of 3 on the 4 on the 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 from the 42.
So pick up about 4 yards on the carry, brings up 2nd down and along 6 for the Blackhawks. This is Detweiler. Detweiler bounces off a tackle, 30, still on his feet, 25. He's going to be forced out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. Connor forces him out right there at the 20 of the Steamers.
First and 10 Stockton from Steamers.
And Detweiler gets 22 and a first down. First and 10 Blackhawks from the Steamer 20. 6:17 and counting here in the opening quarter. No score, but Stockton knocking on the door at the 20 of the Steamers. Brosette backfield. And this time we're going to get the penalty flag thrown. It's going to be a false start on Stockton. And the Blackhawks will be penalized for the 3rd time here in the opening quarter. That'll push it back to the 25-yard line of the Steamers. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Blackhawks as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the opening quarter. No score. Stockton facing 1st and 15 from the Steamer 25. In the Blackhawks coming in number 2 in Class 1A. There's another false start. So another false start on the Blackhawks will cost them 5 more.
5-yard penalty, make it 1st and 20 from the 30.
Now it'll push it back to the Steamer 30. So the Blackhawks heading south when they need to head north. 5.5 to play, opening quarter, no score. Stockton now faces 1st and 20 from the Steamer 30. Here's Detweiler, hit at the line of scrimmage, moves forward, and he's going to be down close to the 26-yard line. Henson on the stop for the Steamers. 4-yard pickup for Mark Detweiler. And brings up a 2nd down for the Blackhawks, 2nd down and 16. So we approach the 5-minute mark and counting here in the opening quarter. No score. Stockton from the Steamer 26. Here's a big hole. Over the middle into the end zone for the touchdown is Carter Blair. As Blair takes it 26 yards for the touchdown. And the Stockton Blackhawks strike first. With 4:49 to play here in the opening quarter, it's 6-0 Stockton. And the Blackhawks will go for 2. Larson He's going to keep it himself, dives to the end zone, and he's got it. Noah Larson gets the 2-point conversion run. And it's an 8-0 lead for the visiting Stockton Blackhawks. As the Blackhawks strike first here at Steamer Field on a Carter Blair 26-yard touchdown run. And it's 8-0 Stockton. So the Blackhawks will be set to boot the football back to the Steamers. And if you're just joining us, the Steamers playing without their starting senior quarterback, Braden Myers, out with a knee injury. Hopefully he's not going to miss too much action. Also the Steamers playing tonight without their starting tight end and safety, Ben Hausengay, and also their starting sophomore linebacker, Teague Bray. Let's hope both of those gentlemen can get back out as soon as possible as well. So Stockton to boot the ball away following the touchdown run by Carter Blair. Here's the kick. Picked up on the bounce at the 15, out across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Look out, 45. And the ball comes free. Who's got it? So it is the Steamers recovering at the 47 of Stockton. With 4:40 to play here in the opening quarter, it's 8-0 Stockton. Steamers have it 1st and 10 at the Blackhawk 47. And Dodd out of the shotgun. Motion comes to the near side. Dodd looks, airs it out on the near side. It's in and out. The hands of Caden Wilkin incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down as the skies open up and the rain starts to fall. So the rain starting to come down here at Steamer Field. 4:36 to play here in the opening quarter. It's 8-0 Stockton. It was getting dark around us, and you knew eventually it was going to move in. We were hoping it wouldn't. Here's a handoff coming back to the near side. Lutz, the ball carrier. He's going to be dropped back at about the 48-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down now for the Steamers.
Loss of 1 and 3rd and 11 and 48.
So a loss of a yard brings up 3rd down and 11 for the Steamers from the Stockton 48. We approach the 4-minute mark here in the opening quarter. 8-0 Stockton. And the ball's fumbled. Blackhawks pick it up. And they return it down to the Steamer 36-yard line. Boonstra makes the stop, but not until the Blackhawks have it at the Fulton 38-yard line following the fumble. 3:48 to play here in the opening quarter. 8-0 Stockton. 1st and 10 Blackhawks. They try to capitalize on the Steamer fumble, and there they go. Mensendijk into the end zone for the touchdown as he takes it 38 yards for the score. So Mensendijk scores on a 38-yard run with 3:40 to play here in the opening quarter. The Blackhawks strike for the second time. This time from 38 yards out following the Fulton fumble. See if they go for two again. They will. Blackhawks go for two. Following the touchdown, Larson rolls to the right, airs it to the end zone, and they get the two-point conversion.
3:39 remaining in the first quarter. Stockton 16, Fulton 0.
And that'll make it 16-0 Blackhawks. For the two-point conversion, 16-0 in favor of Stockton. 3:39 left here in quarter number one. So 16-0 Stockton. As the Blackhawks will be set to boot the ball away to the Steamers. Eli Larson boot the ball away for the Blackhawks towards that north end zone. Steamers back to receive, down now 16-0 here in the first quarter. There's the kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, draw the yellow hanky.
Kick goes out of bounds. Penalty flag on the play.
So we'll see if they're going to re-kick or if the Steamers will take the ball. Looks like they'll re-kick.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
So the 5-yard penalty against Stockton. Blackhawks have been penalized 5 times here in the opening quarter. So they'll kick off from their own 35. Again, it's 16-0 Stockton here in the opening quarter. There's the kick by Larson. Steamers take it on the bounce at the 20, out across 25, 30. Connor on the return out to about the 34, and that's where the Steamers will put it in play, 1st and 10. 3:34 to play here in the opening quarter. Steamers indeed will have it at their own 34, facing 1st down and 10. Again, if you're just joining us, backup quarterback, the freshman D'Angelo Dodd in at quarterback. He started the game in place of the injured Braden Myers. Across the 35, Jonah Lutz, the ball carrier, gets it out close to the 37. Detweiler on the stop for the Blackhawks. Pickup of 3 for Jonah. Brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Steamers from their own 37-yard line as we approach the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 1 from Steamer Field. We had a brief shower. Let's hope it's the only one we have till the game ends. Dodd out of the shotgun. Doesn't. Oh, he eludes a blitz from the far side, and now he lost the ball. Who's got it? There was a fumble on the play, and I think Stockton recovered. They say they did.
Recovered by the Blackhawks.
So a fumble by the Steamers. Blackhawks recover. And they'll have it at the Fulton 28. With 2:42 to play here in the opening quarter. So D'Angelo Say fumbles for the second time. Here's a handoff coming back near side. Look out. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Carter Blair. As Blair scores his second touchdown, this one from 28 yards out. And it must be a weather delay, as there must be lightning in the area. So when there's lightning in the area, it's 30 minutes. 30-minute for the first time. And every strike after that, it's 30 minutes from that. So we're in a weather delay here at Steamer Field. First quarter, 2:34 left, 22-0 Stockton. So we'll step aside and we'll be back after this timeout.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
From the moment I walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
Yeah. All right, welcome back to Steamer Field. Weather delay finally over. I think we lost about 3/4 of the stands of folks here on the Fulton side. Fans from Stockton across the way still here. May have lost a handful or so of Stockton fans. As we're going to get the game underway here shortly. We're in the first quarter yet, with 2:34 to play in the first quarter. The Blackhawks scored on a 28-yard run by Carter Blair, his second touchdown of the ball game. And as they were getting ready to attempt the two-point conversion is when we had the weather delay. So we pick it up here as Stockton will go for the two-point conversion following their touchdown at the 2:34 mark of the opening quarter, which seemed to have been quite a while ago. Going to try to run it in, and they do not get it. The run fails.
2:34 remaining in the first quarter. Steamers 0, Blackhawks 22.
So it makes it 22-0 Stockton as the two-point conversion failed. 2:34 left here in the opening quarter following the lengthy weather delay. As Stockton will be set to boot the ball away to the Steamers. If you're just joining us, Stockton scored their first touchdown with 4:49 to play in the opening quarter. Carter Blair scored on a 26-yard run. They added the two-point conversion and led 8-0. 3:40 to play in the opening quarter. Jack Menzendijk scored on a 38-yard run. They got the two-point conversion, and it was 16-0. And then with 2:34 to play here in the opening quarter, it was Carter Blair on his second touchdown, a 28-yard run. Two-point conversion, no good. And now Stockton to boot the ball back to the Steamers. Squib kick going to be picked up at the 30, out across the 35. The ball's fumbled again.
Loose on the return. There's a fumble on the play. Covered by the Steamers.
Steamers fortunately recover.
Covered by Wilkin.
I think he might have been downed. They did call him down. Lutz on the return to the 36. And that's where the Steamers will have it 1st and 10. From their own 36-yard line, 2:30 to play here in the opening quarter, following a lengthy weather delay. Handoff.
24, Connor, the ball carrier.
Connor, the ball carrier, gets it out to the 40-yard line.
Tackled by Luke.
So Connor gets 4 on the carry.
2nd and 6 from the 40.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Steamers from their own 40-yard line. We approach the 2-minute mark here in the opening quarter from Steamer Field. It's 22-0 in favor of the second-ranked unbeaten Stockton Blackhawks. Steamers come in 0-3 on the season. Again, they're playing without their starting quarterback, Braden Myers. Lutz, the ball carrier. Detweiler on the stop. No gain on the carry for Jonah Lutz. And that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Steamers. Again, the freshman D'Angelo Dodd in at quarterback, replacing Braden Myers, who's out with the knee injury. Minute 17 to play here in the opening quarter, 22-0 Stockton. And there's the handoff. Keeble breaks a tackle to 50, and he's finally going to be brought down at the 45 of the Blackhawks. So a full head of steam for Mason Keeble, gets the Steamer 1st down to the Blackhawk 45. 15-yard run for Mason Keeble. 1st and 10 for the Steamers. Football resting at the Blackhawk 45. 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Again, it's 22-0 Stockton. So we're only in the first quarter following that lengthy weather delay we had. Handoff. And this time, the Blackhawks all over Jonah Lutz, as Lutz is going to be dropped for a loss back at the 48-yard line. So Lutz loses 3 on the carry. Now brings up the end of the first quarter. So we've officially got 1 quarter in the books here at Steamer Field. After 1, it is Stockton 22, Fulton nothing. We'll come back with a second quarter from Steamer Field after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Steamer Field. 1 quarter finally in the books. We're set for quarter number 2. Football action. Steamers have it at the 49 of the Blackhawks. Handoff. Wyatt Connor, the ball carrier, gets it down to the 47. So brings up now 3rd down and 12 for the Steamers from the Blackhawk 47. Just underway here in quarter number 2. Dodd fakes a handoff, has to get rid of it on the near side, and there is incomplete pass. So it's an incomplete pass. Nope, it is now. There was no receiver on the near side. Intentional grounding will be the call.
Intentional grounding is the call.
I was waiting for that flag to come earlier. There was nothing but white jerseys on the near side where Dodd threw the football. No Steamer receiver was there. So it's intentional grounding on Fulton.
Be a 10-yard penalty, bring up 4th and 22.
So that'll push the football back to the Steamers 43. Here's Landon Liu to boot the ball away. High floater. Takes a Steamer bounce. Still rolling, and now it's going to go out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Blackhawks will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
So Stockton will have the football 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line with 11:08 to play. Before a possible halftime. Not sure. 22-0. 3-minute halftime. All right, 3-minute halftime. So they will have a break, halftime, just 3 minutes. And off comes the near side. Detweiler across the 35. Lutz on the stop for the Steamers. Detweiler gets it to the 35, gets 6 on the carry. Blackhawks yet to attempt to pass. 164 yards and counting on the ground here in the first half for the Stockton Blackhawks. Handoff comes around near side. Big hole, look out. This is Menzendijk down the sideline, the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Blackhawks. Jack Menzendijk takes it 65 yards for his second touchdown of the ball game. And it comes with 10:45 to play here in the second quarter. So now Menzendijk joins his teammate Carter Blair with a couple touchdown runs apiece. This one's 65 yards. And the Blackhawks will go for 2. And we'll get a whistle. Penalty flag. Going to be a false start on Stockton. That'll cost him 5. As let's see, they'll continue to go for 2. 10:45 left before halftime. 28-0 Stockton. So Blackhawks break huddle. They'll go for 2. This time 5 yards further out. Here's Larson. Plenty of time, flush to the left, looking, airs it out to the end zone, tapped away beautifully by the Steamers. Good defensive effort by the Steamers. The pass fails for 2. And with 10:45 to play, quarter number 2, it's now 28-0 Stockton. So 28-0 Stockton. Again, the Blackhawks coming in at 3-0. Steamers still looking for that first victory of the season. Steamers on the road next Friday at Lena Winslow. Stockton defeated Lena Winslow in one of their 3 victories, 38-14.
22 Eli Larson will kick off for the Blackhawks. Deep number 2 Wilkins.
Larson to boot the ball away for the Blackhawks. Steamers back at their 10 to receive. See if it'll be another short kick by Larson. And it's going to be indeed that. End over end. Still loose. Still loose. Who's got it? Scramble for the football. They're going to say Fulton football. Mason Keeble recovers on the return, the fumbled return. Steamers have it 1st and 10 at their own 34. 10:43 to play before halftime. Steamer offense back out on the field. This is Keeble, the ball carrier, bounces off a couple tackles, keeps the feet churning across the 40, out to about the 43-yard line. Detweiler and Larson teaming up. So an 8-yard pickup for Mason Keeble. Brings up a 2nd down and 2 for the Steamers from their own 42-yard line. So we approach the 10-minute mark here in quarter number 2. 28-0 Stockton. Here's a handoff. Out close to the 45-yard line is Mason Keeble. And that's good for the Steamer first down on the legs of Mason Keeble. So it's 1st and 10 Steamers from their own 45 as they'll take their time. 9.5 to play, quarter number 2. Again, we'll have a shortened halftime. Just 3-minute halftime. Dodd hands it off, first back through. And out close to midfield. Jonah Lutz. Lutz gets it out to the 48.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 from the 49.
Brings up 2nd down and about 6 yards to go for the Steamers. Again, the football at their own 49-yard line. So they look to the sideline, get the call. So 2nd down for the Steamers. 10.5, 8.5 and counting here in quarter number 2. Keeble, I believe, the ball carrier, and they're going to say the ball was fumbled and Stockton recovered. Stockton recovered.
Recovered by the Blackhawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
At the midfield stripe. So Stockton recovers the fumble by the Steamers. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks from the midfield stripe, leading 28-0. Larson flushed to the far side, looking downfield. Penalty flag comes in. It's incomplete. And it's going to be a hold.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
On whom? Could be defensive holding. And it is defensive holding on the Steamers. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty on the Steamers. And they'll have 1st and 10. Blackhawks from the Steamer 40. Detweiler, the ball carrier, spins inside the Steamer 35 to the 34. Damhoff and Keeble on the stop. Pickup of 6 for Detweiler. Brings up 2nd down for the Blackhawks. And about 4 yards to go from the Fulton 34. 7:45 and counting here. Quarter number 2. It's 28-0 Blackhawks. Here's the quarterback. Larson keeps himself, breaks a tackle. Look out, he's headed down that far side. Tripped up from behind, and the ball was fumbled. The ball was fumbled as Larson carried it down inside the Steamer 10, and then the ball was fumbled, and the Steamers recover at the 10-yard line. So they get it down and fumble the football. Steamers take over. 1st and 10 at their own 10. So Noah Larson fumbled the football on the quarterback keep. So he was tackled from behind. Steamers recover at the 10, and they'll take over. 1st and 10 Steamers from their own 10-yard line. Dodd under center. And the handoff. Mason Keeble. Keeble gets it out to about the 12.
Tackled by Henderson.
Keeble will pick up 2, brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Steamers from their own 12-yard line. 6:55 and counting here, quarter number 2. 28-0 Stockton. Now the Steamers face second down and 8 from their own 12. Dodd under center, fumbled the ball.
Fumble on the play.
And where are they going to spot it? At the 9. Loss of 3 on the fumble by D'Angelo Dodd. And brings up third down now for the Steamers from their own 9-yard line. 3rd and 11. Under 6 minutes to play before halftime. 28-0 Stockton. So we had a weather delay. Dodd keeps it himself, tries to turn it upfield, and the freshman is going to be dropped back at the 7-yard line. So he's going to lose 2 yards. Loses 2 yards on the quarterback keep. 4th down and 13 for the Steamers. They're set to boot the ball away. Landon Liu out of his own end zone. The Blackhawks will come out of this with good field position. High snap. Here's the punt by Liu, and he shanked it off the near side.
Liu's punt goes out of bounds.
And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 18.
1st and 10 Blackhawks from the Steamer 19.
So the Steamer 19-yard line is where the Blackhawks will have it. From the Fulton 19-yard line, 5:08 to play before halftime. Stockton with the football. Detweiler cuts upfield, finds a crease, still on his feet, and he's going to muscle it down close to the 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 7. So it'll be 12-yard pickup. 12-yard pickup on the carry. Good for another Blackhawk first down. 1st and goal from the Steamer 7 for Stockton. 4.5 to play, quarter number 2. Detweiler again, the ball carrier. Detweiler gets it down to the 5, picks up 2. 2nd down, goal to go. So it's 2nd down. Goal to go from the Steamer 4 for the Blackhawks as they break huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Noah Larson under center, handoff straight forward. And it's into the end zone for the touchdown. They signal the touchdown. As Mark Detweiler gets his first touchdown of the ball game, this one on a 4-yard run. And the Blackhawks into the end zone for the 5th time here in the first half. 3:48 to play before halftime. Harrison Bauer to try the extra point kick. Ball's placed, kick on the way, plenty of distance. It is up, it is good. So with 3:48 to play before halftime, it's now Stockton 35 and Fulton nothing. 35-0 Stockton. As Harrison Bauer Split the uprights for the extra point. Makes it 35-0. As now the Blackhawks will be set to boot the ball away to the Steamers. Again, Fulton on the road next Friday night, playing at Lena Winslow. Stockton will be booting the ball away to the Steamers following the Blackhawks' 5th touchdown of the first half. Steamers back at about their own 15 to receive the kick by the Blackhawks. Here's the kick. Taken on the bounce, across the 20, 25. Wilkin on the return, and he's going to be dropped at the 26. So the Steamers offense back out on the field, 3:43 to play before halftime. Steamers from their own 26-yard line, trailing 35-0 to the second-ranked unbeaten Stockton Blackhawks, who've put up an impressive first half of football. So 1st and 10 Steamers from their own 26. Jonah Lutz, the ball carrier, stretches forward shy of the 30. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 29. Brings up a second down for the Steamers. From their own 29-yard line, clock continues to run. So we approach the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 2 from Steamer Field. Lutz, the ball carrier. So he's going to power it out to about the 30, maybe the 31, depending on the spot of the football. They're going to spot it at the 30.
Tackled by 6 Larson. 3rd and 7 from the 30.
So it brings up now a 3rd down and 7 for the Steamers from their own 30-yard line. So key 3rd down and 7 for the Fulton Steamers from their own 30. Here's Dodd, pass near side, caught by Landon Liu. Liu turns it upfield. So he's going to be, looks like just shy of a 1st down. Out to the 36.
4th and 1 from the 36.
4th and 1 for the Steamers. As Liu makes the 6-yard reception. Steamers a key 4th and 1 from their own 36. And we're going to get a penalty flag coming in from the far side.
Flag on the play.
And it's a false start on the Steamers.
False start on the Steamers. Be a 5-yard penalty.
That'll
4th and 6.
cost them 5 yards. Push it back to the 31. Minute 39 to play before halftime. 35-0 in favor of Stockton. As the Steamers face now a 4th down and about 7 yards to go. We're going to get a timeout, Fulton. So a timeout on the field, 1:15 to play before halftime. It's Stockton 35, Fulton nothing. Steamers face 4th down and about 5 yards from their own 31 when we come back to Steamer Field after this timeout. Robert Bertram back here at Steamer Field following the Fulton timeout as the Steamers face about a 4th down and 6 from their own 31-yard line. Motion Wilkin far side. Dodd's going to roll to the far side. Now he tries to keep it himself, throws at the last minute. It's incomplete. Evan Folk, intended receiver. .113 left before halftime. Stockton will take over on the Fulton 30. So it's 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks from the Steamer 30. 1st and 10, Blackhawks from the Steamer 30. Leading 35-0, a minute 13 to play before halftime. Here's Larson, wants to throw. Now he's going to keep it himself. He's at the 25 and forced out of bounds shy of the 20-yard line. Henson forced him out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So gets 7 on the carry by Noah Larson. Brings up 2nd down 3 for the Blackhawks from the Steamer 23, knocking on the door again. 1:06 to play before halftime. Again, it'll be a shortened halftime for the two teams. They're going to shorten it up to 3-minute halftime. Then we'll get the third quarter going. Larson out of the shotgun. Back to throw, airs it out over the middle. Wide open, touchdown Blackhawks. Blair makes the reception. Carter Blair, as it covers 23 yards for the score. Larson to Blair. With 1 minute remaining before halftime. Carter Blair, 23-yard pass. Now the extra point kick is up, and it's wide left, no good. So Bauer's kick goes wide left. That'll make the score now. Stockton 41, Fulton nothing. 1 minute to play before halftime. As Noah Larson throws his first touchdown pass of the ball game. 23 yards to Carter Blair for the score. Again, it makes it now 41-0 Stockton. 1 minute remaining before halftime. The Steamers will be back to receive the kick.
22 Larson will kick off. Deep number 2 Wilkin, number 2.
As Larson, Eli Larson to boot the ball away for the Blackhawks, who lead it now 41-0. Here's a squib kick. Steamers fall on it at the 40.
Kickoff is down by number 30, Hackett.
Hackett falls on the football
First and 10 of their own 40.
at the Steamer 40 with 59 seconds to play before halftime. So it's 1st and 10 Steamers from their own 40. $41-0 Stockton. D'Angelo Dodd under center, handoff. Out to the 41-yard line.
Tackled by 22 Larson.
Keeble.
Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 41.
Brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Steamers. 35 seconds and counting here in quarter number 2. Again, the Steamers playing without their starting quarterback, Braden Myers, who's out with a knee injury. Out to the 43-yard line. Keeble gets 2 more yards. One second, and that's going to be the half. So we have reached halftime here from Steamer Field, and our score, it's the 2nd-ranked, unbeaten Stockton Blackhawks 41, the Fulton Steamers nothing. 41-0, Stockton with the lead here at halftime. Just a 3-minute halftime. We're going to step aside for this extended timeout. When we come back, we'll get set for quarter number 3 of football action here from Steamer Field. But right now, we'll step aside for this timeout.
It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
Steamers have to boot the ball to Stockton. Stockton will start the second half, defending the south end zone to our right. Steamers will defend the north end zone.
Keep our 26 Blair, along with 21 Merrick.
So Merrick and Blair standing back at their own 10 for the Blackhawks to receive the kick by the Steamers. There's the kick, end over end, going to be taken on the bounce at the 15, out across the 20, 25, 30, look out, 35, 40, 45, 50, and there goes Blair, as Blair's going to get it inside the Steamer 35, or they're going to spot it right at the 35 of Fulton.
Tackled by Jackson.
So the Blackhawks will have it 1st and 10 at the Steamer 35.
1st and 10 Blackhawks from the Steamer 35.
11:30 to play in the ball game. Again, we have a continuous clock with Stockton leading 41-0 here in the third quarter. So Blackhawks break huddle. And that's going to be a false start. So it is dead ball, false start on Stockton. That'll be their 7th penalty of the night. Cost them 5 yards. Push it back to the Steamer 40. 1st and 15 for the Blackhawks. 10:44 and counting here, quarter number 3. Looks like we got some fresh players in the game for Stockton.
Pushed out by Henson. Gain of 6.
So pickup of 6. So it'll be Stockton, 2nd down and 4.
Bauer, the ball carrier.
Bauer, the ball carrier once again for the Blackhawks.
Tackled by Spooner.
Spooner on the stop for the Steamers. Going to get it down to the 26.
3rd and 1 from the 26.
So it's 3rd down and 1. From the Steamer 26 for the Stockton Blackhawks. Walker Olson, number 5, is in at quarterback. So I'm sure Noah Larson's probably done for the night.
Bauer, the ball carrier. Tackled by Keeble. 1st and 10 at the 23.
Bauer, the ball carrier. It's 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks from the Steamer 23. Again, we have a continuous clock. Here in the third quarter, it's 41-0 Stockton. 8:38 and counting. Again, Olson in at quarterback, up under center. Hands it off. This is Bauer. Bauer dances down close to the 20.
Tackled by Struckman.
Struckman on the stop for the Steamers. They get it down to the 20. So that's
2nd and 6 from the 20.
brings up 2nd down and about 6 yards to go for the Blackhawks from the Steamer 20. Under 8 to play here in the third quarter. Again, Olson up under center. Hands it off, comes back to the near side. This is Bauer. Bauer still on his feet. He's finally going to be swarmed under inside the Steamer 20, down close to the 17 of the Steamers.
Steamer on that play.
And we have one of the Steamers down right at the end of the play. At about the 17-yard line. So we have an injury timeout. 7:34 to play here in the third quarter. It's Stockton 41 and the Fulton Steamers nothing. We'll step aside for this quick timeout and come back to Steamer Field. Welcome back to Steamer Field following the injury timeout. Wesley Hackett, the injured Steamer, helped off to the near sideline. Looks promising for the young man. Hopefully he'll get back out there shortly. 3rd down and 3 for the Blackhawks. Football resting at the Steamer 17. Continuous clock rolling along here in the third quarter. It's 41-0 Blackhawks. A lot of fresh white jerseys in the game now for Stockton. Pitch comes to the near side. Going to have a penalty flag coming in as well. And then we're going to have another flag coming in at the end of the play on the near side. Merrick was the ball carrier. Jake Merrick. So offsetting penalties, personal foul on the Steamers, a hold on the Blackhawks. So they'll replay the down. 3rd down and 4 for the Blackhawks. From the 17-yard line of the Steamers. 3rd down and 4. From the 16. The Blackhawks break huddle. Under 6 to play here in the third quarter. It's 41-0 Stockton. Blackhawks knocking on the door at the Steamer 16. Olsen under center. And the ball carrier's Merrick, as Merrick gets it down close to the 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 7. First and goal from the 7 for the Blackhawks. So 1st and goal, Stockton. Football at the Steamer 7. 5:20 and counting here in the third quarter. So we have a continuous clock in effect. Pro set backfield, Olsen under center. Pitch to Bauer. Bauer looks to get the corner turned. He does. We're going to have a penalty flag, though, coming in from the far side. They indicate a touchdown by Bauer, but again, the penalty flag came in from the far side of the field. And let's see what the call is going to be. And it looks like it's going to be a holding call on the Blackhawks. So it's a holding call on Stockton, their 8th penalty of the game.
First and goal at the 18.
It'll be first and goal for the Blackhawks from the Steamer 18. Nope. Now they're going to push it back to the
First and goal at the 13.
13-yard line. So it's first and goal from the 13 for the Blackhawks. So the ball carrier was Merrick. As Merrick gets it inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. So he gets 5 on the carry. Second down, goal to go for the Blackhawks from the Steamer 8, 3:25 and counting here in the third quarter. The Blackhawks leading 41-0. Again, Olsen under center. And we're going to get a penalty flag coming. Probably a false start. And it is a false start on the Blackhawks. That'll cost them 5. Push the ball back to the Steamer 13. Makes it second down, goal to go for the Blackhawks. The Steamer 13. 2:40 and counting, quarter number 3. Late finish here tonight from Steamer Field. Later than normal due to the weather delay we had. Bauer, the ball carrier, tries to swing it on the near side, and he's going to be dropped at about the 9-yard line.
Third and goal at the 9.
So he picks up 4 on the carry. And it's third down, goal to go from the 9-yard line for the Blackhawks. Minute 57 to play here in the third quarter. Continuous clock rolling along. Blackhawks break huddle. Third down, goal to go from the Steamer 9. Handoff. This is Bauer again, down to about the 5-yard line. So they get it down to the 5, 4 yards on the carry. And now it's fourth down, goal to go, Blackhawks from the Steamer 5. So we approach 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Olsen brings in the play from the far sideline. From head coach Sean Downey. The Stockton Blackhawks, number 2 this week in the 1A poll. 3-0. Olsen left-handed toss and towards the end zone. It's incomplete. And the Steamer defense keeps the Blackhawks out of the end zone. Fulton will take over from their own 5-yard line. 25 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And we're going to each team head to the sidelines. We're going to close out quarter number 3 here from Steamer Field. Our score, it's Stockton 41, Fulton nothing. Steamers will have the ball first and 10 from their own 5 when we return after this timeout.
walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people. And they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process. And that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
All right, here we go. Steamers 1st and 10 from their own 5 as we start the quarter. Keeble, the ball carrier, gets it out to the 9-yard line. As Keeble will get 4 on the carry. Brings up 2nd down for the Steamers from their own 9-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Continuous clock as we start the 4th quarter with Stockton leading 41-0. Handoff. Looks like Jonah Lutz, the ball carrier, as Lutz gets it out to the 11. Zink on the stop. Lutz will get a couple yards. Brings up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
Ball is spotted at the 11.
So it's 3rd down and 4 yards to go for the Steamers from their own 11. 10:40 and counting here in the 4th quarter. 41-0 Stockton. Again, the Steamers next Friday night on the road at Lena Winslow for the Panther homecoming. So the Steamers now 3rd down and 4. Mason Keeble, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play for Mason Keeble. And that'll bring up 4th down and 4 yards to go for the Steamers from their own 11. 9:49 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Continuous clock. Landon Liu on to punt the football away. From inside his own 5. High snap. Here's the punt by Liu. It's a good one. Blackhawks field it at the 44. Ball is dropped at about the Steamer 47. There is a penalty flag coming in. So we'll see what the penalty is. Boonstra on the stop for the Steamers. And again, there is a penalty flag. See what the call's going to be. On the return by the Blackhawks, it's a holding on the Blackhawks. So a 10-yard mark off. 10th penalty of the night on Stockton.
Bring up 1st and 10 from the Blackhawk 45.
And they'll have it at their own 45-yard line. The Stockton Blackhawks, 8:14 and counting here in the 4th quarter from Steamer Field. Stockton leading 41-0. Blackhawks spray cuddle. Olsen under center. Handoff. Sikora, the ball carrier. As we get some more fresh jerseys in for Stockton. As he picks up a couple yards to the 47, Sikora. Second down and 8 for the Blackhawks from their own 47. 7:20 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Olsen pitches it to Sikora again.
Sikora again, the ball carrier.
He's going to get it out close to the 49-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 48.
Tackled by Snyder.
So Sikora gets a yard on the carry. Brings up third down and about 6 yards to go for the Stockton Blackhawks from their own 49-yard line. 6:40 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Olsen again under center. Pitch on the far side for the Blackhawks.
Henson made the tackle. First and 10 from the Steamer 46.
Blackhawks get the first down at the Steamer 44-yard line. 8 yards and a first down for the Blackhawks. Football resting at the Steamer 44. Under 6 to play. It's a continuous clock here in the second half. We're in the fourth quarter. Stockton will break huddle. Come up to the line of scrimmage. 5.5 and counting here, quarter number 4. Blackhawks from the Steamer 44 on 1st and 10. Handoff, big hole, weaving through traffic, still on his feet. He's going to get down close to the 33-yard line of the Steamers.
20, Record, the ball carrier.
Record, the ball carrier.
Tackled by Blaisdell.
Blaisdell on the stop for the Steamers. Get it down to the
First and 10 at the Steamer 32.
32 of the Steamers, 12 yards in the first down. First and 10 for Stockton at the Steamer 32, 4:50 and counting here in the fourth quarter. And we're going to get a penalty flag coming in from the near side. It's going to be an offsides. I think on the Steamers what the official on the near sideline indicated. So we'll see what the official call will be. And it is offsides on Fulton.
Steamers will be a 5-yard penalty.
So the Blackhawks will pick up 5 the easy way on the offsides against the Steamers.
5 to 27.
So it's 1st and 5 from the Fulton 27 for Stockton. 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Blackhawks up 41-0 on the Steamers. And there's another false start this time on Stockton. So the 5 yards they gain, they will take back.
They get first and 10.
So they'll push it back. 5 yards. Back to about the 32-yard line of the Steamers. The Blackhawks with the football. First down and 10. 3:20 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Olsen under center, hands it off. Record, the ball carrier. As he weaves through traffic, gets down close to the 30.
Tackled by Blaisdell.
Inside the 30 to the 29. So Record gets 3 on the carry.
2nd and 7 from the 29.
Brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Blackhawks. Football resting at the Steamer 29. 2:50 and counting here in the fourth quarter. The Blackhawks break huddle. From the Steamer 29. 2nd down for Stockton. First back through, this is Record. Gaylord, the ball carrier, not Record. It was Gaylord this time. As Gaylord's going to get it down to the 23. Brings up 3rd down and a yard for the Blackhawks at the Steamer 23. Pitch left side. This is Record. He's down that sideline. Look out. Did he stay inbounds? He dives into the end zone. I think he was forced out. May have stepped out. Where are they going to spot it at? Looks like they're going to spot it at the 5. So he stepped out at the 5. So 18 yards. Down to the 5-yard line. It's 1st down, goal to go for the Blackhawks. And that's touchdown Stockton. Gaylord takes it in for the 5-yard touchdown. So Gaylord takes it in for the touchdown. Bentley Gaylord. Blackhawks go for 2. And the 2-point conversion is good by Gaylord, as he gets the 5-yard touchdown run, and then he tacks on the 2-point conversion. And that makes it 49-0. The Stockton Blackhawks, as the clock is going to run out, the teams will shake hands, and that's the ball game. So the 2nd-ranked undefeated Stockton Blackhawks come to Fulton and hands the Steamers their 4th straight defeat here in the 2025 football season, as the Blackhawks win it by the final score of 49-0. 49-0, Stockton shutting out the Fulton Steamers here tonight at Steamer Field in what turned out to be a weather-delayed ball game. We had the continuous clock in the entire 2nd half, and when the dust settles, it's Stockton getting the road win over the Steamers 49-0. We're going to step aside for this extended timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the game for you, and we'll have a chat with head coach Patrick Lower. The Fulton Steamers, all of that coming up on our post-game show. But first, we'll step aside for this timeout.
In the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
From the moment I walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
All right, welcome back to Steamer Field, where the second-ranked Stockton Blackhawks defeat the Fulton Steamers tonight by the final score of 49-0. We had a weather delay with 2:34 to play in the opening quarter, and then when we resumed play, it was all Stockton as the Blackhawks shut out the Steamers tonight by the final score of 49-0. Unofficially for the Blackhawks, they were led by Jack Menzendijk. He had 4 carries for 139 yards and a couple touchdowns. Mark Detweiler had 7 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown as well for the Blackhawks. They threw one time and completed a 23-yard touchdown for the Carter Blair from Noah Larson. Joining us, head coach Patrick Lower. And coach, you knew coming in you were going to face a tough one here on the home field.
Absolutely. That's a really good football team. Again, we knew that coming in. We've got quite a few injuries out there, and we're trying to piece things together. And it's tough to do when you've got a team that, you know, they plan on playing the day after Thanksgiving, and they're a very good football team, and it's just a tough night to have a team like that come in tonight. But I will say this, and I told him in the end zone afterwards, in that second half, even though it was a running clock and all that, we saw a lot of good things from some guys that were getting an opportunity. So, you know, we're in the business of building off of positives, and that's what we're going to do, and all we can do is that. And you know, next week's opponent is just as good as this team, so it's going to be very difficult, and our kids know that. But that's part of it. You know, this is a tough sport to play, and it's a tough sport to, you know, to succeed in. And I give our kids tons of credit because, like I told them last time before pasta dinner in that room, it's a room that's tough to be in because you got to go through a lot to be in there. It's not cut for everybody, and that's why we don't have 150
numbers,
kids
right.
out. Right.
Yep.
But I'm so proud of the way they come every day, and they give everything they got. And again, tonight we're really behind the 8 ball with field position, with our health situation. And I thought, honestly, we did the best we could. It's not from lack of effort. These guys are trying.
Right.
I'm proud of them, and we just got to keep moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. You knew coming in, not having your starting quarterback right there, you're going to a freshman at quarterback who I'm sure hasn't seen a lot of snaps.
Well, no, and the timing wasn't great, and I don't falter Braden Myers or his parents at all. I get it. I totally understand. They got a call late from the doctor, and so it was one of those things. And I told D'Angelo, this is not fair to you at all, but this is what we got to go with. And so we tried to get him up to speed. He does get reps, but not nearly as many when you're
right.
the backup and thrown in there. But he's a good athlete. He's a good kid, solid head on his shoulders. He's not going to let this hurt his confidence, and he'll be okay for it. But it was just kind of an ugly night, and honestly, a lot of ways we just needed to try to get through it.
Right.
And I thought for the most part we did. Had some bright spots. Just you're going up against a really good team that not that they're jerks, but they don't care what our injury situation is.
Right.
And so they're just going to play, and that's fine. So. We just got to keep playing and keep getting better. That's what we got to do.
Well, that's what it's going to do. It's going to test the character of your team right
Absolutely.
now. Sitting at 0-4, you still got 5 games left in the regular season, and who knows what's going to happen? You got to go out and play them all. And what's this team going to do?
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what we talk about constantly. Is it's no the schedule has been very difficult.
No.
Injuries have been an issue for the first time in quite a while for us.
Yeah.
And it's just difficult, and it just feels, it's almost like you feel like your head's being held underwater. But we will get through this, and tomorrow that sun's going to come up, and we'll be better off for it in the long run. And that's how you have to handle these types of situations. You can't moan about it. You can't make excuses. You just got to keep playing and fighting, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, like I said, you still have 5 games to go, and you want to go out finishing strong, and it all begins next week at Lena Winslow. Like you said, another tough opponent, but this conference is loaded top to bottom.
Absolutely, and this is a great conference to be in. It's a great conference that prepares you for everywhere else in the state, and that's one of the things that Coach Downey and I were talking about, is how good of a conference this is.
Yeah.
And trying to find games, non-conference games, is tough for this conference because nobody in the state wants to play these teams.
Yeah.
And I get it, but yeah, it's a great conference, and when you're playing the way we're playing right now with injuries and all that kind of stuff, it's even tougher. But we got the right type of kids, and like I said, we're going to be okay. We just have to get through the next few days, the next week, and just try to do everything we can to play as well as we can against Lena Winslow. All
right. Questionable moving forward injury-wise, right?
Yeah, very questionable. We have to really see where we're at and what we've got going, and but we'll have a game plan. And if it's Myers back, if it's D'Angelo, we'll have more time this week to prepare for that, and we'll have a game plan and be ready to go. So yeah, I'm excited for the future with these guys, and I mean future the next 5 weeks. And we've got kids that like to play the game of football, and they want to get better. And the light there is at the end of the tunnel. It's there. We just got to get through the next week or so, just managing these injuries and being ready to go.
All right, Coach.
You bet.
Regroup the troops.
Thank you.
Good luck next week at Lena.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Patrick Lower of the Fulton Steamers. Again, they fall tonight to the Stockton Blackhawks as Stockton comes to town, shuts out the Steamers 49-0 as the Blackhawks improve to 3-0 in the NUIC. They're now 4-0 on the season. Steamers drop to 0-4 in conference play. They're also 0-4 on the season. Again, Fulton on the road at Lena Winslow next Friday night before they return home to face Dakota for homecoming on October 4th. Well, that's going to do it for our telecast tonight. I'd like to thank you for tuning in and sticking around with us through the weather delay and everything else. Those of you that stuck around, we appreciate that. And, of course, we appreciate those behind the scenes for their great engineering efforts here tonight, an extended game. But the Steamers fall to the second-ranked Stockton Blackhawks tonight, 49-0. So until next time, Robert Bertram saying so long from Steamer Field here at Fulton High School.